Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Bruce from Radical X Games, bringing you yet another episode of To Be or Not To Be. We are going to play. Alright, yeah, we already saw this. Is there a way to skip all this? Oh, there is. Alright, cool. Alright, so we just gotta get to, right here, actually. Man, what if I just read the acknowledgements instead? You can't tell me what to do, smart guy. I'm just gonna keep it reading. Choose your character. We're gonna actually do the adventures, why not? Blah, 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 blah. Skip. We've seen all this already. So in the last episode, we played as Hamlet Sr. There it is. This time, I think we're gonna play as Hamlet himself. So let's do that. Hey! Achievement get! To be he. Choose to play as Hamlet. Cool. We've done well. You are Hamlet. You're 30 years old, and you're back living at home. But it's okay, because your home is a castle. That's right, ladies. You're a prince. I'm not a... Okay. Things have been rough lately. You had been trying to focus on your studies at Wittenberg University, where you and your bros, Horatio Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern, all hang out, but you were called home because your father died. Then your dead dad's brother, Claudius, married your mom, Gertrude, 2 weeks later. Yep. It's made you kind of upset. You raced home to comfort her, but she's married your uncle, and that is weird. You feel weird. Right now, you're in the audience chamber of your father's castle, here in sunny Denmark. King Claudius is here addressing his court. Oh my god. Laertes. Laertes and Polonius are here too. Laertes is kind of a jerk, and Polonius is his father. Polonius is also the father of Ophelia, whom you're totally sweet on. She's not here, though. Well then, this adventure sucks. Who knows what adventure she's having as we speak while you're stuck in this drafty castle room listening to other people talk about their feelings. Speaking of speaking, just now, Laertes says something about how now that Claudius is king and he's attended the coronation, is it okay for him to go back to France? Claudius says, sure. Wait a minute, you'd love to leave too and go back to school anyway. From this weird incesty thing your mother's gotten herself into, it's so gross and weird. I agree with this. This is really weird. Wherefore, ask Claudius for permission to go back to school. Hold your tongue and just wait around. I think? Yeah, let's go back to school, you know? You hold up your hand and open your mouth, but before you can say anything, Claudius addresses you directly, calling you his son. Sorry, I threw up in my mouth a little. On the one hand, that's entirely appropriate, especially since he just married your mom like 2 weeks ago. But on the other hand, he has brought creepy uncle to new heights. Creepy uncle points. Points for that, maybe? How many creepy uncle points do I get? I don't think I should get those points. I think Claudius should get those points. Insult him under your breath by saying you're more than kin, i.e. you're related more than once now as both father, son, and uncle-nephew, but less than kind, i.e. this relationship you're in is unnatural. In real life, people think up zingers like this on the spot all the time, so this totally makes sense. Say, you're not my real dad, and storm out. You're not my real dad! Let's insult him. He straight up ignores your zinger. Well, shit. King Claudius goes on to tell you, in so many words, to buck up, stop dressing in black, stick around for a while, and have a little fun. He says all the feelings you're having are boring and wimpy. Your mom echoes his sentiments. What a bitch! Dude, your own mom just called you a wimp. What a bitch! You agree to stick around in Denmark for a while. They leave, and you're suddenly alone. Woo! You're finally alone, Hamlet! Me? What are you going to do? Talk to yourself about how your life is in ruins and how everything just sucks. Stand around quietly until something happens. Let's stand around quietly. While you're busy doing that, your friend Horatio bumps into you and tells you, A, he's in town for your dad's funeral. Mom's wedding. Oh, that's awful. What, like they're gonna like lower the coffin down, and while they're lowering the coffin, they're gonna have like Claudius and Gertrude like up there in their wedding outfits just getting married while they're burying the dad? That's messed up. And they served leftover appetizers from one at the other. Oh, that's off. That's exactly almost what I said. B, ghosts are real. C, he's seen one and so have a bunch of other guys. D, he keeps showing up at the same time. And E, he's pretty sure it's the ghost of your dad. Oh, good to know that was the last thing we heard. Finally, some adventure. Some closure. You agree that you'll come with him tonight to see the ghost when it shows up again. It's such an obvious decision that it kind of feels like you don't even have to have a choice in the matter. Wait, what now? Agree to go with Horatio tonight to see the ghost when it shows up again. Something tells me that I have no choice here in the matter. I'll be there 11:30 sharp, you say, and Horatio leaves satisfied. Well, now you have 8 hours to blow before it's time to meet ghosts. What do you want to do, Hamlet? Be Ophelia for a while. Let's play solitaire. You, Hamlet, Prince of all Denmark, are now sitting in your bedroom and playing solitaire for hours and hours and hours and hours, which is pretty colossally useless waste of your time, especially since you keep cheating. I'm cheating at solitaire. That's awful. A 5 goes on top of a 3, Hamlet. Really? Anyway, at this point, we're 15 games in, and wow, if you're not careful, people might start saying that your tragic flaw is, I don't know, inaction. Inaction man. I'm an inaction hero. Cheat at solitaire, that's great. Eventually the sun goes down, and it's almost 11:30, which hopefully you remember as the appointed hour Horatio told you about wherein a ghost keeps showing up to bother him. Time to meet that ghost, huh? Meet up with Horatio and bust some myths about actual ghosts being real. Word. You and Horatio go to where he saw the ghost for the first time. Now we play the waiting game, says Horatio. He's interrupted by the sound of trumpets. You look at him and raise an eyebrow. They mistake that noise to warn everyone that King Claudius is getting wasted, he says. Those trumpets go off every night around this time. He sighs. Denmark, he says. At that exact moment, something insanely crazy happens. What the frig? What the frig? I might start saying that now. I'll tell you what the frig. A ghost is here. Let's look at it. Don't freak out. But right now, you're staring cold in the face of a specter. What? That's off. That's... Why? You can't even imagine how crazy this whole situation is. If you're getting too scared, read the next clause over and over until you're not insane with fear anymore. Everything will be okay. Alright, okay. We can do this. With your last shred of sanity, you quickly glance at the ghost. Everything will be okay. And then, you worry that if you stare at the ghost too hard, your brain will realize it's looking at something so insanely impossible that you'll just black out. Anyway, this ghost. You can see through it, but only a little. It's weird. And I'll tell you, what the frig else? This ghost does look like your dad. He's getting closer. Wherefore, stare at the ghost intently and black out as your mind shuts down. Don't stare at the ghost too intently and try and figure out what it wants. Run away. Let's try this middle one. Are you my dad? I mean, my ghost dad. Like, that's a title in itself, alright? It's not just you're my dad, you're my ghost dad. My other dad is, like, out there above your funeral, like, getting married. Instead, the ghost beckons to you. Oh, you ask the ghost, but it says nothing. Instead, the ghost beckons to you. He clearly wants you to follow him and leave Horatio behind. I don't know. Is this safe? Can ghosts kill people? Yeah, we found that out in the last episode. Can ghosts kill people, you ask Horatio. I don't know, man, but I really don't think you should be alone with that thing. he says, clearly leaving no ball untripped in his own freakout. Hamlet, man, something is rotten in the state of Denmark, I gotta say. He yells, his quivering finger pointing at the ghost. Well, duh. I'm gonna do it, you say, and you. Go on to say, by that I mean, I'm going to take this last chance and run for it. Follow the ghost into darkness, like a boss. You follow the ghost into the mist. After walking for what seems like forever, you get tired of walking. I'm tired of walking, you say. You sit down. Pretty sure I'm done walking. Yeah, I'm out. The ghost stops and speaks to you for the first time, its voice issuing forth from the lungs that no longer breathe air. Hamlet, is it I? Your father. Ghost father. You're my ghost father, not my living father. My living father's up there by your funeral getting married. Look, I can't stay around here forever, so you need to listen to what I tell you. I didn't die of old age. I did some digging around, and it turns out I was murdered. By Claudius! You gasp, shocked and enraged. Killed by his own brother. He did it while I slept. I was walking in a garden, and you know how gardens are really boring, right? You nod. They're boring, even for people who like them. Exactly, says Ghost Dad. Well, it was so boring I fell asleep, and while I was sleeping, he poured poison in my ear. I didn't know poisons worked like that, you say. That's what I said, shouts your dad, throwing his hands above his head in frustration. He starts to pace back and forth. I just got, like, the whole vision, like, that's what I said! Anyway, I want you to take revenge on him for me. I don't know, cuss him out or something, pull out his chair when he's about to sit down. Offer him a high five, and then when he goes for the high five, pull your hand away and say, too slow. Or should he offer you a high five, you must leave him hanging. I could murder him, you offer. After all, he is sleeping with Mom. Your dad stops pacing and stares at you. He's what? What now? Tell him they got married 2 weeks after the funeral. Oh, it's after the funeral. Tell him, haha, you were just kidding. No, we gotta kill this guy. You say they got married basically right after the funeral, and that makes Claudius king now. You explain how maybe it's not technically incest, but the timing alone sure feels squicky. Didn't he ever read the table of kindred and affinity, wherein whose ever are related are forbidden in scripture, and our laws to marry together? Asked your dad. I have no idea what any of that is. Ah, you say. You refer to the document Queen Elizabeth ordered produced, which says a marriage such as this one we're discussing is not just squicky, but a real-life hardcore sin against God. A book which later made its way into the Book of Common Prayer. Itself so influential that we take many phrases such as, till death do us part, and peace in our time from it. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I'm learning. This game not only is teaching you, it is also making you laugh, and making you think. The very same, not your father. Although I can imagine that in the future, sentiments might change. As to whether or not such a marriage between genetically unrelated, loving, and consenting adults is among the very worst thing it is possible for a human being to do, that's not necessary for us to discuss right now. You agree. What the? Anyway, says your dad, kill Claudius for me. Cool. Promise a ghost you'll commit murder. Promise a ghost you'll commit murder in the classiest verse you can come up with. I kind of would just commit the murder. Why not? You clear your throat, tilt your head, put on a grin, and give your dad a double thumbs up. I promise I'ma kill him. You say. Your dad seems satisfied. New quest, kill Claudius, worth 3,500 experience. Oh, we're gonna get really experienced in this one, I see. You've begun a quest, kill Claudius. It's worth 3,500 experience points. That's pretty good. Indeed. Wherefore, leave it there and return to Horatio. You walk back to where Horatio is waiting for you. Listen, Horatio, never speak of this whole we totally saw a ghost thing, okay? We've got to keep it a secret. That's cool, says Horatio. No, I'm serious, man. You say, grabbing his shoulders. some really serious stuff is going to go down. I need you to keep this a secret. Swear that you'll never talk about this. I swear, says Horatio. Swear it! Booms your dad's voice out of nowhere. Ghost Dad's voice out of nowhere! He already did, you shout. Horatio looks at you, questioning. Hamlet, bro, what's this all about? Bro, he says. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, you begin, than are dreamt of in my philosophy. Horatio finishes annoyed. Fine, right, whatever. Okay, Horatio, we'll keep your secret, and you've got a quest from a ghost to fulfill. And at the end, he'll probably give you some cool loot for completing it. Maybe? I mean, it's possible. Anyway, it's past midnight and Claudius is probably falling down drunk. What now? Say goodbye to Horatio and go kill Claudius. Go home for nappy times. Let's kill Claudius. You wait until it's 2 a.m., planning to sneak into Claudius' room and give him the old stabby stab. But on your way there, you find him passed out in the hallway. There's a bottle of booze in his hands. He really is cartoon drunk. He really is a cartoon drunk. This is gonna be real easy. You hold your hand over his mouth so he can't scream, and slit his throat, and he's dead within the minute. Ta-da! You leave quietly, making sure not to be seen, and head down to the shore and wash your blood-soaked hands and your blood-soaked clothes. The ocean water cleans off the blood quickly, which is great because you heard it was hard to get out damned blood spots. It turns out, nope, it's actually really easy. You're glad you stayed cool and rational and didn't freak out at all during this process. Good job, champ. You walk home in your wet clothes, change into adorable pajamas, get into bed and fall asleep. Content in the knowledge that you were the right to murder a dude, and that you even had supernatural forces on your side. Your dreams are generally peaceful. There's some sex stuff in there too, but whatever, man, it happens. Don't even worry about it. It's honestly not a big deal. In the morning, you act super surprised that Claudius got killed to death. What? You say, waving your hands in the air. What? Come to think of it, that was probably a little much. That was a little much, but everyone bought it, so, And then later, you become king. And check it. Your economic policies are both wise and fair, and your country becomes way prosperous. Due to economics not being a zero-sum game, you not only make the lives of your subjects better, but you actually improve the lives of those they trade with too. Hamlet, you've literally made the world a better place. Nice. And all you had to do was kill a human being. The end. P.S. Oh, I meant to mention it sooner, but one day you step on a butterfly, and that has the cascade effect of preventing not one, but 2 worldwide wars from occurring centuries down the line. Oh my god. So, good job all around. I'd say keep on killing everyone who interferes with your preferred version of history, I'd say. Congratulations! You were really terrific as being Hamlet. The end. For real this time. Okay. That was great. Honestly, I like this game. This is really a good game. I enjoyed it very much. I might actually do the 3rd episode. I don't know. I might do the 3rd episode as Ophelia. Congratulations, you found a new piece of artwork. Okay. Still hot stuff, man. It's time for the Hamlet-meter. Game over. Your stats for this adventure. Points misused. Poisons misused. 1. Choices made. 18. Wow. Times you were. 1. Times you were not. 0. Bears married? What? Games of tennis played. 0. You created a better show. Okay, yep. Alright. So with that all being said, guys, stay tuned for the next episode of To Be or Not To Be. I'm going to play as Ophelia next time. I've decided I'm going to do it because this game really has caught my attention and it's a lot of fun. So with that all being said, stay radical, my radicals. See ya!